So one common thing that toxic people, abusive people do is they would do something really toxic, really abusive, and then after they do it, they'll give you the silent treatment for a period of time, and then after that silent treatment is over with, they will act like nothing happened and act like you're crazy for not just being able to get over it and move on. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that. So first of all, why does this happen? One explanation that I learned from going to school for psychology is some people lack opposite constancy. And so, how that can present itself in this situation is that they can't see themselves or other people as a whole entire person. They either see things in like black and white. And so, if they do something that they would feel shame if they admitted to doing, then they can't obtain this version that they have of themselves of being like this great person, of being this good parent or this good partner, whatever it may be. And so, like, with a, for example, an emotionally immature parent, if they were to take accountability and take responsibility for like what they did, they would devalue themselves. They would see themselves as like a bad parent. They would start feeling really bad about themselves. They would feel shame and guilt, and they don't have the emotional intelligence. They don't have the emotional regulation skills to handle that, and so they have to just act like it didn't happen. And this is not at all like excusing it. It's very immature, it's very toxic, and you should not be around this person. I understand not everybody has a choice, but I'm just trying to explain why. Another explanation is a lot of toxic people live life by their emotions, and so if their emotions are very fleeting, they're very shallow, and so if they're feeling one way in the moment, that's how they're feeling. But then if those feelings have passed and they're over it, they expect you to be over it too because they're no longer thinking about it. They're emotionally over it because their emotions are so fleeting, and they're gonna gaslight you into thinking that there's something wrong with you if you're not over it. And it's good to remind yourself in this situation that like you're not crazy. There's nothing wrong with you for wanting accountability from, for example, an emotionally abusive parent. There's nothing crazy about that. That's completely healthy and normal. There's something not healthy and normal about them not taking accountability, for them not apologizing, and for them not giving closure to the situation. It's not on you to just get over it. It's not on you like that just because time has passed that like to not be thinking about it anymore. Like there's something abnormal about them for thinking that just because time's passed that like you should be over it, because like they shouldn't be. They should be apologizing and taking accountability for it. There's also nothing crazy about you for continuing to bring something up if a, there is never an accountability, B, there is never an apology, and then C, if it's a continuous behavior or pattern, if something keeps happening, then of course you're going to keep bringing it up because of the fact that it keeps happening. However, if you are able to get away from this person, it's best just to do that, because if this person has a behavior or pattern of not apologizing and not taking responsibility and not seeing the role in things, then they're probably not going to, and nothing's probably going to change that unless they deep within themselves want to change. And so if you're able to just get away from this person, it's probably best. I also want to add that studies have shown that the silent treatment is actually an abuse tactic and is actually more than just like ignoring somebody. It can be very emotionally damaging and have long term effects, especially on children. And so the silent treatment is not only just immature, it can actually be very abusive and actually can have like lasting damage on somebody.